Hello, this is a quick look at the One Company's 12th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. A few years ago it was released with this plastic stand and it could control all your TV and anything basically that had IR, but unlike the actual screwdriver you couldn't flick it. And this was disappointing as this was one of the main key features of this screwdriver on the show. The One Company have chosen to address this by regenerating the screwdriver in a second version. The big difference here being the second version is flickable and it opens up really nicely. The One Company generally provide a really good all-round experience, and so I was a little disappointed by the very basic cardboard box. You do also get a stand, and again this is a little disappointing. The 10th Sonic had a really nice metal stand. This is just a plastic stand. It does the job okay. It just doesn't have that premium feel to it that the 10th Sonic stand did, although I do think it's an improvement over the original stand that was quite bulky in comparison. You also get the manual included, and this explains all about the various features and functions, how to program it, how to use the lock feature, and on the back it's got a giant blueprint diagram, which is pretty cool. The screwdriver itself is really nice looking. It feels really good in the hands, really good weight to it, and it now has a button on the middle section rather than on the ends as per the previous generation, and this works much better when in use. Annoyingly, they haven't upgraded this to be USB charged. You actually have to use an actual screwdriver, unscrew the screws, take off the collar, and eventually you can pop in a couple of AAA batteries to power this. It's a real shame this hasn't been upgraded to USB as per the 10th Dr. Sonic or even the phaser remote that came out recently. That's much better. You then have to go back through the process, put the screws back in and re-screw on the collar. The entire process only takes a few minutes, but this is a few minutes more than needed to if this was charged by USB. You get various modes and they're all controlled by this button in the middle.
Practice mode, control mode, memory bank A, quiet control mode.
If you do plan on using this, the quiet control mode is essential as it means it will fire out commands without the sound effects.
FX mode.
To close this, all you do is hold onto the top and pop it back in, and that locks back down. And it's worth noting it's not supposed to be used in control mode while extended.
Control mode, memory bank A, memory bank B, memory bank C.
There are 13 gestures, 3 memory banks, and that's 39 remote controls that can be assigned.
Entering programming mode, memory bank A.
To program, you do the gesture and press the corresponding button on the remote. Once completed, whenever you do the gesture, it will fire out the corresponding command.
Quiet control mode.
So you can see why you need quiet control mode, because otherwise it gets quite noisy. But here I am just controlling TiVo. I'm controlling the menu by going up, down, left, right. If I push it in, I can select something,
Memory bank
change the mode, and I can now control my amp as well as the TiVo. So I can pause this, rewind it, play it, fast forward. I can control everything that I would do on the normal remotes, but now as well I can also control my amp. So I can unmute it and I can remute it. It takes a while to get the hang of all the gestures. There's quite a few of them, with the trickier ones being the clockwise and anti-clockwise. You have to do those slightly slowly, but you do get a good range, so you can assign the most frequently used things to the easiest ones, and then you may have maybe a menu button to these tap on the sides. OK is good for forwards and backwards. Volume up and down might be flick it up, flick it down. You just have to experiment and see, and this is why it's really good that there's 3 modes. There's a nice little extra in the form of some Morse code that is spat out. If you leave this in FX mode and just standing up still, after a couple of minutes it will start beeping away. So overall, the One Company have produced another great product, although it is a little disappointing that the upgrades have only really gone into the flick action. It'd be great to see a USB charger and a better quality stand such as the one you got with the 10th Sonic. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.